Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Friday, November 21st, 2025. Big day today, it's a big change of energy, and it's all about the sun. The moon trails behind and has its part, but today it's all about the sun. The sun today, well, it begins the day at 29 degrees of deep dark water sign Scorpio. Scorpio is emotionally intense, psychically sensitive, often given to power issues, but generally passionate about everything. And the sun makes only two aspects today. The moon makes nothing. The moon is moving through the early and middle degrees of more lighthearted and adventurous and truth-seeking fire sign Sagittarius, and that is where the sun goes later in the day. While it's in Scorpio, it makes only two aspects. The sun does, I mean. One is chaotic and the other is very peaceful. Let me explain. The sun early in the day is at 29 degrees of Scorpio, as I said, and makes a direct opposition to Uranus, the chaos planet, freedom from the known, as Krishnamurti liked to say. It's kind of expect the unexpected, and it is one of those days, at least early in the day, where anything can happen. 4:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when it's exact. 7:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 12:25 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And then only 30 minutes after that, the sun still at 29 degrees of Scorpio makes a lovely trine, a flowing angle to Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions, which is sitting in the very last degree of the very last sign, its home sign of Pisces. Sun trine Neptune, that's nice, that's peaceful, that's meditative, that's creative. So we start off with a bang and then kind of into a nice flowing energy. That occurs 5:05 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 1:05 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And then we have 12 hours, basically, 12 and a half hours of free-floating day where the sun makes no aspects until it moves into Sagittarius. And the moon is also in Sag, and Sag energy is nice and light and kind of fluffy and adventurous and says, hey, let's go for an adventure. So it is kind of an adventurous day with a kind of a deeper undertone until the sun actually moves into Sagittarius, which occurs at 5:36 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 1:36 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So it is the transition point between Scorpio and Sagittarius. It's kind of like coming out of that Plutonian cave, where Persephone is kind of waking up, even if it isn't the spring, at least it's kind of a coming out of the cave. Maybe Phantom of the Opera is a better analogy because that's a Pluto myth as well. We're rising out of the opera house tonight as the sun moves into Sagittarius. So a more lighthearted day generally, but especially this evening. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, please book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, even if I can't speak, no matter what.